Hey, good evening. Hopefully, y'all can see me. I'm over here having tech issues, and it's like the system don't want me to be great. The system does not want me to get this information out. But we're about to check and see if y'all can see me on here. Put a comment in the chat if you can see me. Let's see. Okay, I am live. Yay, I did it. I did it. I did it. All right. So hey Phoenix, how you doing? Thank you so much for jumping on here. Go ahead and tag somebody. Letitia, hey girly. Go ahead and tag someone. Go ahead and share the feed. I did a post yesterday talking about Coinbase, talking about cryptocurrency, and I was getting inboxes and people were, commenting and asking questions. Hey D, um, and people were asking questions, and so I was like, let me just go live. So I'm gonna kind of show you guys some things and expound on a couple of things that I just want to, get on here and share with you all. So have a pen, have a piece of paper. I will not be on here long unless, hey Davina, unless you all ask questions. So we're gonna kind of move at the flow of you guys, but it's just a few pointers of things that I want to make sure that you all are aware of. So make sure you share the feed, make sure you tag someone who may be new to the crypto space or have some crypto somewhere, even if it's $5, right? I want to make sure we save all the coins, right? So go ahead and share the feed and tag people. So we're going to go ahead and jump in there. So yesterday I posted a post telling people if you have money in or crypto in Coinbase, you may want to move your crypto. So people were like, why? And asking questions and things like that. And so I just want to kind of expound on it. And I'm actually going to share my screen. I pulled a couple of just supporting articles with regards to what I'm talking about. And so that you can see and so that you can actually Jay-Z, what's good? So that you can actually, you know, take the necessary steps for yourself to secure your finances and things like that, especially for those who are new into the crypto world. Okay. All right. So let me share my screen real quick. Let's see here. All right, we're gonna do this. And we are going to share this screen. All right. So you should see on my screen right here, hot versus warm versus cold. Which crypto wallet is right for me? So this part right here is the part, if you get nothing else that I say, I want to make sure that you understand this. There are different types of crypto wallets out there. Hot, warm, and cold. And I'm gonna briefly talk about them, explain to you which one you should have. You can leverage all three. But I just want you to understand the level of security that each one of them carry so that you can be making educated decisions where your funds are concerned. In most cases, people are going to use the hot wallets to purchase cryptos and things like that. But the reality is money should not be stored. Crypto should not be stored on hot wallets. So let me go ahead and, jump over here so I can show you guys this. So let's talk about this. Hot wallets, they are connected to the internet. So your private keys, the private keys required to sign in to transactions are always online. So just with that sentence alone, you already know if your private keys or the private keys to get into that account are always online. What do people experience a lot? Risk of being hacked, different accounts being hacked, even from your email and all these different things, right? So when you own crypto and you have them in a hot wallet, it's convenient. So that's why many people use a hot wallet because it's like, cool, I can just log into this website, transfer money, do this, and that. But one of the things I want to make sure that you understand is that the person who owns the keys owns the money. Okay. So, with that being said, when you leave money on Coinbase, when you leave money, on a crypto.com, when you leave money in a Binance or these different things, these are hot wallets because it gives you the convenience of easy access to immediately transfer money or crypto or do whatever it is you want to do. So many people, like we always do, we go towards the side of convenience. but we're risking security. Okay. So the thing that made me post the um the thing that made me post my post yesterday was basically because just watching some of these different companies who have hot wallets go bankrupt or file for bankruptcy. It was just kind of like, okay, they're filing for bankruptcy. Um, and then seeing articles that Coinbase could potentially, why? Because Coinbase has relationships with these companies that are filing for bankruptcy. So, for example, Voyager. Voyager is also a hot wallet. It's a crypto exchange where people, hold their crypto. As of now, people who have money in their crypto, they don't have access to it, right? They can't do anything with it at this particular moment. You have to wait for the proceedings to end to determine even if you're going to get some or all of your money back. And we're going to talk about that here in a few seconds with regards to why wouldn't you get all of your money back, okay? Now, the next one, so if you have a Gemini account, Coinbase, crypto.com, Binance, like all of these are hot wallets. If your goal is to have a cold wallet as well, and I would even lean towards a warm wallet more so than a hot wallet, and we're going to talk about what that is. So, a cold wallet, it gives you maximum security at the expense of access speed. And so what I mean by that is this. I have two cold wallets. Bam. Okay. They are called ledgers. Okay. And so these are not connected to the internet. Not only are these not connected to the internet, I have the keys associated with these cold wallets. So what does that mean? That means that I'm in 100% control of what happens to my crypto. Even though if I want to move crypto and do things like that, it's a little more tedious because I gotta connect via Bluetooth or plug it into my computer to get to the particular point of transferring money. So that can be very inconvenient. But I would definitely recommend this as soon as possible, but more specifically when you start having huge amounts of money that you're holding in cryptocurrency for long periods of time. So, for example, if you're purchasing Ethereum and you've made a decision, I'm holding this Ethereum till it gets to X amount, there's no point in having it on Coinbase. Put it on your ledger if you already made a decision to hold, regardless of what's happening. The same with Bitcoin. Some people own Bitcoin, and even in the drop, they didn't sell to secure profit. They said, I'm just going to ride the wave. The person that's riding the wave need to have their money on cold storage because you don't have any plans of doing anything with it right at this moment. And the beautiful thing about it, like my keys are not in these boxes. So if someone was to take this because they don't have the keys, they can't do anything with this. But the powerful thing about it is that I have the keys. So what do? I order me another cold wallet. I enter my keys and it restores all my crypto. Do you see what I'm saying? So now your goal is to keep up with 12 to 24 numbers and words actually, and your money is secure. So no matter what happens, a Coinbase can bankrupt, a Voyager can bankrupt, a Celsius can bankrupt, but because you have your crypto in your cold wallet, your crypto is still just fluctuating with the markets. But it's at nobody can have access to it, period. So that's the powerful thing about a cold wallet. So you want to invest in one of those. There are a lot of them out there. Trezor is one, I believe, but I like Ledger. I love Ledger, so I use Ledger. Okay. Now let's talk about warm wallets real quick. So for the person that might be like, okay, Camille, I don't want my money on Coinbase right now. I'm not in position or ready to buy a cold wallet. Tell me a little bit more about a warm wallet. I kind of consider a warm wallet a hybrid of the two. Okay. So you got transaction speed and access, right? But you also have additional level of security because with the warm wallet, you're also getting your own security keys, right? So the thing about a warm wallet is still like a download that you download to your computer. They have options to download it to your phone, but it's recommended to just download it to your computer because you can disconnect your internet on your computer. Some people only have their internet running on their computer when they're working on the computer. When they're not working on the computer, they cut their internet off. But when you're on your phone, you're connected to internet, Wi-Fi, and all these things 24/7. So it's advised not to have your wallets on your phone for that particular reason because we already talked about how internet connections play a role, right? So you can, it's up to you what you do, but I'm just kind of giving advice on what that should look like. So wallets like Exodus, there, and there's a Coinbase wallet. Let me explain. You got Coinbase.com, the website exchange where you buy, but then you got Coinbase Wallet, which is just a wallet that you own the keys to. So it's not wrong to get a Coinbase wallet. My favorite wallet is Exodus Wallet. Okay. But then they also have a crypto.com DeFi wallet. Then they have a Trust wallet. So there are lots of wallets out there that you can have. But the key is to have a warm wallet that is not tied to an exchange. If you can purchase crypto on that exchange, then I ain't gonna say it's not. I ain't gonna say that it's not a warm wallet, but for me, with my warm wallets, I don't do no types of transactions because even with a warm wallet, you got to connect your bank account to it and all that stuff. And if you're on the internet, you see what I'm saying? So you have to determine what level of security that you want to have. So let's go into the real reason for my live, and then I'll look at some of the questions that you have. My question that I posed was, what happens to your crypto if Coinbase goes bankrupt? Like, are you at risk of losing your crypto? That's the real question. And the answer is yes, if you don't take what I just previously said into consideration and take action. Definitely do your research. Is it wrong to have a Coinbase account? No. Is it wrong to keep money housed and sitting in Coinbase? I would say it's unwise. I'm not going to say it's wrong, but I would say it's unwise for the reasons that I've mentioned, right? So, for example, what I do is if I know I'm going to be doing a transaction and I have to use crypto for that transaction, I'll use Coinbase to purchase the crypto. And immediately, as soon as I purchase and it's confirmed in Coinbase, I immediately transfer it out, even if I'm not doing the transaction for another day or two or whatever the case may be. I am moving that to my warm wallet. I'm not moving it to my cold wallet because I'm getting ready to use it. I move it to my warm wallet. And the same thing, whenever I'm receiving crypto, I only have crypto sent to my warm wallet. From my warm wallet, I determine what's going to happen. Is this some crypto I'm going to sit and hold for a minute? If so, I'll transfer from the warm to the cold. If not, I transfer from the warm to the hot. If I don't know, it sits in the warm till I figure it out. Okay. So all of these play a major part in, just your financial moves where crypto is concerned. So you want to make sure that, you leverage that. Okay. So now I want to show y'all this article real quick, and then I'm gonna check the chat. I hadn't been looking at it to see if anybody has any questions. So it's one part that I want to point out to you, and this is an article that says what happens to your crypto if Coinbase goes bankrupt. So Coinbase is actually is the largest crypto exchange. This has been around since Bitcoin has pretty much come out, early 2009, 2010 ish, right? And so back in May, Coinbase made a SEC disclosure that created turmoil in the crypto space. It warned that customer assets could be subject to proceedings if the company went bankrupt, raising questions about risk of investing on the platform. So let me kind of tell you, and they're not saying that Coinbase is going bankrupt, but honestly, since everything that we've been seeing happen since crypto started tanking back in May, I ain't even say tank. It started going on sale because we buy low, sell high, right? But when all that started happening, what because of the volatility, these different companies have lenders as well. They have different deals on the back end. And what happens is if Coinbase was to file for bankruptcy, similar to what's happened with Celsius, similar to what's happened with Voyager, what happens is when they file for that particular bankruptcy, it's right here. They have to settle all their debt with their debtors, right? So Coinbase has their own, how can I say, Coinbase has their own proceeds and profits. right? But if they file bankruptcy, all of their assets will be used to pay off their debtors or their creditors. But if Coinbase's value of their assets is exceeded by Coinbase's debt, what happens is their assets are exhausted, and then everyone else who has money sitting there, their money is used to continue to pay off the debt. Okay? So, for example, there are some people I know who have some crypto in Voyager, right? I had some stuff in Voyager because it was some coins that I was like, let me just see, with some good things happening with them and so forth. And then I was literally going in. It wasn't a lot of money, so I wasn't tripping. But I was literally going in, and it was like, yeah, trading's disabled. You can't trade exchange, you can't withdraw, you can't transfer, you can't do anything at this particular moment. And then they came with the update that they were going into bankruptcy, right? So now the money is sitting in the wallet, just sitting there. But now you're waiting for bankruptcy proceedings to complete for them to tell you if you're going to get all or none or some of the money that you have there. Because what happens is Coinbase owns the keys. Do you see what I'm saying? The person that owns the keys really controls the money. That is why Voyager was able to stop you or us from making a withdrawal. That is why Voyager is able to say, "We'll keep you posted. We're sorry, but it's just the nature of the thing." And the thing I want you to make sure that you understand is that crypto does not have the same insurances that the US dollar has. So, when we put our money in banks and all these other things, the FDIC insurance or whatever, crypto doesn't have that. Okay. So once they determine what debts that Coinbase has, if they were going into bankruptcy, they would exhaust all of their assets. If their assets cover all the creditors, we're good to go. Or y'all good to go because I ain't got no money in crypto. But I mean in Coinbase. But if Coinbase's um assets were less than what they owed, they would look at the pot of all the investors and evenly distribute that money to help pay off the debt. After which, if it's anything left, you'll get what's left. Do you see what I'm saying? So this is why it's extremely important for us to make sure. Let me stop sharing because I'm done with that. But it's extremely important for us to make sure that we understand the moves and what that looks like and all of that so that we can position ourselves to be financially secure. Because what'll happen is I've met people that have all this money sitting out there and they didn't know because they didn't position themselves to be educated. But when I saw this in the news, I was like, oh no, I gotta post. Oh no, I gotta do a live, to make sure that you guys understand that. And like anybody that's on this call, y'all can't message me later and say I lost my money because I told you. So now the point is to take massive action. If what you're hearing is good, I need you to tag somebody, share the feed, anybody doing anything in crypto, because it's not just about Coinbase, it's really about any of it. And so understanding the three different types of wallets and how to position yourself is going to secure your future. One of the things that my mentor, Dr. Jewel, has always said is that the difference between the rich and poor is information. So we'll show up for certain things, but when it's time to learn, we don't show up. And then because we choose not to show up when it's time to learn, we get the short end of the stick, as what we say. But it wasn't that we got the short end of the stick. We was just too occupied with other stuff that's not income producing, right? We got consumed with all of that we didn't sit down to learn something so basic. This basic information that I'm giving you can save you so much down the road. And so I wanted to make sure that I just took a little bit of time to come on and explain my post and why I said what I said. And so your homework is to do some research on some warm wallets and some cold wallets. I encourage you, get you a ledger They got one for the Nano S, I believe, is like $70, $80. The Nano X is like 159. The difference between the two, so for preference, the S you have to plug into the computer. The X is Bluetooth enabled, so I'm able to connect it to my app on my computer or my phone via Bluetooth to do my transaction. So it's just really all about, preference of what you like. So I encourage you to get one. I don't care if you don't have a lot of crypto right now, if you have something, right? Because then once you start getting more crypto, you already have a system set of what that looks like. Determine what you're allotting for daily life compared to what you're allotting for long-term growth, right? Do not keep your security keys with your ledger. Do not keep them in the same place. You might not even want to keep them in your house. You figure out what that looks like. But it's extremely important to take action. Why? Because crypto isn't going anywhere, contrary to what some people believe. It's not going anywhere, right? And we have to make sure that we're educating ourselves and we're taking the necessary steps so that we can all continue to win. So I don't see any questions, but hey y'all, hey Keita, hey Keontae, hey Zanette. But take this information and activate on it. Like activate. Right? Take the information and make some steps. Somebody asked a question. Do you know a site where crypto can be used to purchase a ledger or nano? So you use your bank account. So you could just go to ledger.com. And once you go to ledger.com, they don't accept crypto. They just, you'll just use your card and have it shipped to you. Jay-Z, what's your question? What's your question, girlie? If you have a question, put it in the chat. Okay, so you said I have some coins on Coinbase that aren't on cold wallets. So yeah, so if you find yourself in that particular scenario where you have coins that are not on cold wallets, I would recommend checking warm wallets to see if they're on there. And if you are having trouble finding that, sometimes it might take a little digging depending upon which crypto it is. You got my number. I can help you figure that out. Once you move crypto to a wallet, where is it stored? It's on that wallet. Okay. So you'll the same way you see your crypto on Coinbase, when you go into that wallet, you're gonna see that crypto in on that wallet. It gives you access to see it. It's the same, but it's just giving you control versus giving another site of some sort control. Okay. So it'll look exactly the same as what you see in a Coinbase or crypto.com, but now you own the keys. Okay. Any other questions? Okay. Is there a way to add more coins to the ledger? Yes. So on your ledger, if you connect it, whether you're using it on your phone, you can actually use the ledger on your phone. I do, because since it's a hot wallet, it's nothing that people can do with it. I mean, a cold wallet is nothing that people can do with it without the actual ledger itself. Okay. So when you go onto the ledger, you'll go to apps on the ledger on your phone. You'll need the ledger with you because it has to communicate to add the apps. So on there, it will list all the cryptos that the ledger offers. Ledger is constantly adding more cryptos. So there'll be software updates that you have to do and all of that. In those software updates, that's what they're doing, uploading new cryptos and things like that. So you'll be able to go over to your ledger, look at the list, and add the app, and you'll sync it. And then once it pops up on your device, and let me show y'all what it looks like. Once it pops up on your device, you'll be good to go. Okay, so my nails don't want to let me be great. Okay, so this is the Nano Ledger X. So it looks just like this. Hopefully y'all can see. And when you open it, it has a little screen. So it only has two buttons here at the bottom. So you literally just clicking and putting in codes and stuff. It could be annoying sometimes, but that's the length of security we're trying to go. And then this one right here is the the X. It's a little bit bigger and it seems a little bit more techy. And you got two buttons on the side right here where you're doing the same thing. So this one is Bluetooth enabled. It has a port to charge it, so it will die. And then this is the one that you have to plug into the computer. So with this one, you'll have a cord. Simple cord that you plug into the back of your computer and go from there. Yes, Jay-Z, try it on your computer. Let me know if you got any questions. So yeah, so I just wanted to show y'all what that looks like. So anyway, I'm about to go about the rest of my day, but I hope that I was able to add some value and give you some information and some tips that you can take and implement. Because I just want to make sure that we all win and go up, and I don't want us to go up and go back because of lack of knowledge. So make sure you took some notes. Go back and watch this video again if you need to. Tag somebody. Let's tag somebody and impact someone's life. So you guys, let's make it a great day, a great night, and I will see you guys later. Good night.